Yo, notice how everybody's just distracted by bullshit. Like nobody's talking about the situation that's happening. Everybody's just living in their own little fantasy land. And there's shit happening in Israel, in Gaza, like that explosion that just happened that killed many people. Um, like nobody's talking about that. Nobody's putting their attention on that shit. That's just an example, like of a lot of shit that society that be letting slide. Like people are just distracted in their own belief or lifestyle, and this is what they're settled for. We see it. We see the world how it is. They settle for this bullshit because they think once they get comfortable, they think based on their religion or science or however the great authorities portrayed life to be, they think that even they make it seem like oh, it's impossible to know the truth or a deeper meaning of life. So they play dumb and make it seem like even they don't know the truth. And society will see that shit as like, oh yeah, they don't know the truth, like maybe it's not something that we can find out. And it gets that deep into their subconscious, they convince themselves that it's something impossible to find out. And they'll make the rest of the people feel guilty, like people like us. Man, this shit go deep. So it's like a fucking needle in a haystack type of situation. And notice how people are just distracted by so many psyops, like cultural bullshit, like people are, like beta males are overly obsessed with video games and shit like that. Like we got this new Black Ops game. That shit is like milked out already, and that shit is boring. But yeah, not just that. Like with sports, people are just heavily indoctrinated into sports, heavily invested. Like they take it too serious. Like that's all they have to talk about, and they have no imagination or creativity other than outside of that. Like humans are just retarded and unintelligent. Like I hate saying it, but it's like people don't want to grow up. It's like we be trying to uplift humanity and come up with other alternatives on how to heal with holistic medicine and shit like that. And just coming up with different solutions and psychological way of thinking, how to go about things. And like people just don't listen. People are just lazy as fuck and dumb. So yeah, there's so many agendas going on right now, like psyops. Whatever the society is invested in, this is what they're invested in, and just bullshit distractions. Like, what's the best show? What's the best next thing? Video game, console, whatever. Whatever the system got to portray and push out. So that's always happening. But yeah, I guess that's it for now.